Yeah, technically a couch could be It's easy doing. I think we can play
That's why you keep that.
I'm never even met the kid for the doggy.
Oh, I got a Wheezy story for you guys.
I feel like, is Weezy older than you?
Oh yeah, Wheezy's older. So I got home yesterday, and I usually go to work out before I go home. Well, I didn't. I went home, let her out, stayed for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, then left. So I came home, and Wheezy's usually at the door to greet me. And she wasn't. It's like, that's interesting. So I look around the corner. She left a little present for me on the ground.
What type of present?
Poop poop. And because she was mad because I left. She was mad because I came home and left. So I look at her, I lock her kind of in the kitchen. She's in her bed, and I look at her, and she's like going. I go, what did you do? And she goes, that's bad. And she just keeps putting her head down. It's funny.
I'm glad students don't do that to us when they get
I know.
home.
So Wheezy left a little present for me.
No.
All right.
Last night was an online assignment. I did check. Nothing to check here. Nothing to check.
Guys.
You guys all do it?
Yep.
I did it.
Yeah.
I did it. I'll try. I'll be checking.
Do you submit it?
I go.
Gavin, why don't you distribute the 2x for me to these three terms? Go ahead.
2x squared.
Careful, brother.
Fusion.
Yep, 2x to the third. What's 2x times 3x?
6x.
You got to tell me plus or minus.
Plus 6x.
Thank you. And what's 2x times -4?
Minus 8x.
Nice job. Okay, there's our first three terms. Okay. Go ahead, Braden. Tell me. Okay, we're going to distribute the -7 now.
Is it supposed to be 6x squared?
Where?
The problem.
Yep, 6x squared. Okay, you're fired. Zach, go.
-7x squared. -21x. And then +21.
Nice job. Okay, Dorian, do I have another x cubed term? Besides the two? No, so just bring this down. Done with that. How about x squared terms?
That's -7x and 6x.
So what do I write?
-x.
I like how you said that. Now, you guys, remember, you can write -1x squared, but guys, get used to dropping the ones, whether it's positive or negative, in front of the variable. So we're done with the squared terms. How about the x terms, Logan?
-8x minus 28.
Okay, so what do I got?
-29x.
And what do I bring down, Logan?
Positive 28.
That's it. Okay, guys, what we're doing today isn't going to be really anything new, just a little couple different concepts to go along with this stuff. Okay? Yeah, I mean, I don't want to talk about them. All right, let's just do this. Okay, now, before you write this, let's just review in our heads what this means. What does 6 squared mean, Matt?
All the times by itself.
So what do I write?
36.
No, what do I write? It is 36, but what do I write? It equals what?
6 times 6.
6 times 6, and we know it's 36. So when you guys see this, don't write, oh, it's going to be 9x squared plus 16. You have to do this. It's 3x plus 4 times itself. Okay? You have to write it like that twice. And then we're going to do what we've been doing. We're going to FOIL it and solve the crime.
How is it?
You foiled my plan.
It's
You
Lily's
probably don't know the
birthday
next question.
Whose birthday?
Lily's birthday.
Is it your birthday?
And Mr.
Yeah,
McBride.
it is.
Why didn't you lie?
It's on your Snapchat.
Is it your birthday?
Yeah.
You wouldn't be here on your birthday.
Huh?
It's not your birthday.
Yeah, that's what I'm leaving.
You went to school on your birthday?
Yeah.
Yeah, first of all, I'm going to bring this up right now. I think it is absolute ridiculous, and I'm going to say with a capital R, that you guys think you don't have to come to school on your birthday. Ridiculous. Okay, there, I said it.
They don't.
I would second that.
I would stay home.
I'm at school.
Never. If we said that to our parents,
Get laughed at.
Oh,
yeah.
You know what? I'll be honest, I never went to school on my birthday.
You never did? Are you serious? It was in the summer.
December 31st.
Mine was in August. I never went either.
Oh yeah, mine was
So you guys
July.
can't even say anything.
No,
I
but
went.
No,
Mine-
it's ridiculous.
No, because you don't have a video.
My daughters did not stay home from school on their birthdays.
I never went to school on my birthday.
What was that?
Yeah, what was that? What the heck, Matt? Go flip up.
We mocking Mr. Parker.
What?
You know, we just celebrate at night. You're going to school.
I am at school. Oh my god.
No, you're leaving her. No. Okay. Now, guys, when you guys see this, write it down twice. Okay, write it down twice. Now, just like we did, we got a foil.
10:15.
Okay, are you done now? Okay, good. Okay, go ahead and, what's 3x times 3x, guys? 9x squared. What's 3x times 4? Plus 12x. 4 times 3x? Plus 12x. 4 times 4 is 16. Okay, we still have like terms in the middle. Jonathan, what does this simplify to?
9x squared plus 24x plus 16.
Now, guys, yes. Go ahead, Logan.
Would the 2, would that ever be like 3?
Not unless something's changed in here. And yes, there will be. We're going to learn show that today when it's cubed, though. Now, where are we at? Here. Guys, there's like a rule right here. You can do a shortcut to something like this, but when it's being added like this, you're just going to multiply the two terms and add it together, and then you're going to square that last one. Square this, x squared, square that, 25, and then multiply them together and add. I'll show you the one we did. I don't think you have to memorize this rule. Now, in the difference of squares, which is next, you can see this. That's a little quicker. Here's what I'm saying. 3x squared, that would be 9x squared. 4 squared would be my last term, 16. And then the middle term, what's 4 times 3? If you double that, that's going to be your middle term. But again, you don't have to memorize that. Okay? I don't really have that memorized with the adding. The subtracting one I do. That's a little easier. But this one, I don't have it memorized. I would just FOIL it and say, oh, yeah, that's the rule. And I kind of remembered after I saw it. Okay? But you don't have to memorize that. Just FOIL it. Okay? Just FOIL it like we've been doing. Okay, now. So, 5x. This is a little different because it's got a y in the second term. So 5x minus 2y squared. So what do we have to do? Can we square both these terms, or is that right if we do that? No, we have to write it down. You have to write it down like that. Why don't you guys get going on it? See what you think. Get going on it. Give me a minute. I'm not gonna be here Monday. Monday's my birthday. You know, in fact, Tuesday I'm not coming either because that's after my birthday. Day after my
I
birthday.
mean, you have to take off your birthday eve.
Well, if my birthday is Wednesday, I would not come Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday.
I don't want to come in Monday because of the Super Bowl Sunday night.
It is Super Monday.
Kids these days
You dang kids and your color TVs.
are soft.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys, let's see how you did. 5x times 5x. What do we got?
25x.
Nope.
25x squared.
Thank you. 25x squared. Now, 5x times 2y, negative 2y. What do we get? Negative 10. Yeah, put it in alphabetical order, xy. Negative 10xy. And guys, do the same thing here so you see that they're like terms. Don't write negative 10yx, which you can, but write it the same way as the other one. So I'd write it in the same order so you see that they are like terms. 10yx is the same as 10xy. They are like terms. But if I write them in the same order, I say, oh yeah, they're like terms. Okay, what's about negative 2y times negative 2y, Samara? Plus 4y squared, right? Okay, you guys see the middle terms, right? Are so Alexis, read me the final answer, honey. What you think it is?
25x squared
Yes, ma'am.
20y
Okay, hang on a second. What did you say?
minus 20xy
Yes, ma'am.
plus 4y squared.
Good job. Thank you. That's right. There we go. That's it. So again, guys, nothing new today. Just a different way to look at, especially the ones coming up. Now, this is the one I do have memorized because there is a nice shortcut to this. This is called a difference of squares, and we'll learn that. Do we teach that later on this year? I don't know. This is a difference of squares, and what it means is, see how you have the same term in both, but it's not plus and plus, it's one's plus, one's minus. Do you guys see that? What's going to happen is our middle terms are going to cancel out. So I could look at this from the get-go and not even do this, and I can go, okay, my answer is going to be, what's x times x? It's going to be this. What's positive 2 times the negative 2? This is a difference of squares, right? And I know that's going to be my answer because my middle terms are going to cancel out anytime, but the signs have to be different for that to happen. Okay? The signs have to be different. And you can see right here, minus 2x plus 2x, they do cancel out, and that's what I'm left with. So we'll see here an example. Okay. Let's work it out. Let's do FOIL, and then again, I'll show you the shortcut on again, they have to be the same terms, and they have to be 1 plus, 1 minus. Okay? All right, let's do FOIL. What's t times t? T squared. What's t times negative 5? Negative 5 to tito. And then what's 5 times t? Plus 5t. And then what's 5 times negative 5? Negative 25. Now, you guys see what happens to my like terms. They go what? They go bye-bye. Canceled. 0t. And you can see we're left with this. I would highly recommend that you kind of put a star by this. This is a nice shortcut. Difference of squares have to be the same terms, 1 plus, 1 minus. Doesn't matter if the minus is here and the plus is here. That doesn't matter. Okay? Again, if I see that, I'm just going t times t is t squared. Positive 5 times negative 5 is negative 25. That's my answer. I know my middle terms will cancel. Okay, why don't you try? Now, will it work on this one? Do we have same terms?
Yes.
1 plus, 1 minus. So, taking my shortcut, what do you think the answer is going to be? Just multiply this. What's that? What's 3x times 3x? Okay. What's y times the negative y?
Negative y squared.
That's my answer. That's my answer. Now, if we FOIL, what would happen? I'd have what? I'd have negative 3y or 3xy and positive 3xy. They would cancel. And I would be left with that. So difference of squares, again, you don't have to memorize that. You can FOIL and you can cancel out the middle terms on your own. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Mr. Westphal, you have anything to add to that?
No.
I just don't try to look for it too often.
Right, it's not going to happen that
Yeah,
much.
it's one of those things that's good to know, but boil it out and double check.
Yep. Yep.
Would you like me to take over?
Sure, sir.
What's the difference here? What is this telling me? X plus 2 is being good. Multiply by itself. Once. Twice.
3 times a day.
Thrice.
Twice.
Once,
Little
twice,
Kenny Rogers for you.
thrice.
Didn't he pass away in the
I
last
don't
couple
know.
years? I think he did. Kenny Rogers.
Kenny Rogers Roasters.
Remember that Seinfeld?
What the heck should we do here?
Oh, wait, but there's nothing.
Satchery.
Would you do x times x times x?
That may work. I don't know for sure. I mean, we're not sure. Yes?
Do one of the problems and then use that problem and do the other.
That's probably safe because like we know that this works. We know foiling works. Right? Isn't foiling with two binomials? Binomial. Yes? Let's do that and see what happens. X times x.
X squared.
That's the first terms. The outer terms. 2x. Inner terms.
2x.
And the last.
Or
Plus 4. Okay, this is still in my red box. There's still an x plus 2 over here. So I think it's probably safe to put parentheses around this group because the whole group is still getting multiplied to x plus 2, correct? Let's simplify. Let's combine like terms in that blue group. We'll call it the blue man group, okay? X squared plus 4x plus 4. This was not a difference of squares. Do you agree? Did the center terms cancel like Mr. Parker showed you on the last problem? No. Difference of squares means one of them was a negative sign, right? Okay. All right. So we have done what Aaliyah has demanded of us. Okay. We foiled the first two binomials. Now what? Aaliyah,
You just do the same thing with that.
what's the same thing in your mind?
Go x and 4 times 4x and 4 squared, and then you do the same thing with 2.
Okay. So do you agree this is not FOIL? I have first terms. I have outer terms. I don't know what you would call the inner term. Do you agree? I can't. It's not a binomial and a binomial. It's a trinomial and a binomial. You don't FOIL here. It doesn't have a fancy acronym like FOIL. It's just distributed. So we're going to take the x squared and do what to it? Distribute it to the x and to the 2. Let's do it. What's x squared times x? X cubed, not x3, x cubed, plus 2x squared. Good. Are we done distributing the x squared? Move on to the next term. 4x.
932.
Thank you. The 4x. What does the 4x get multiplied to? The x and the 2. What's 4x times x? 4x squared. Now 4x times 2. 8x. Is the 4x done being distributed? Yes. Now we move on to the 4. Positive 4 gets multiplied to the x, then gets multiplied to the 2. What's 4 times x? And 4 times 2? 8. Do you see how we just distributed each of those 3 terms to both terms in the other parenthesis? Yes? Now we combine like terms. Remember, as we do this, we're going to write it in descending exponential order. So highest exponent. Does the x cubed have anything to combine with?
No.
So x cubed. We have a 2x squared and a 4x squared. What do they make?
6x squared.
6x squareds. We have an 8x and a 4x. They make 12x plus 8. That is our final answer. Now, Zach, I'm not sure if I understood correctly what you wanted to do, but you saw x times x times x is going to be x cubed. I agree with you. It's kind of tricky as to what to do next. What process to do next. All right, does that process make sense? FOIL the first group, and then once you have that, then expand to the second. Now, I would recommend, do you see how watch up here real quick. Before we distributed, we combined these like terms. You see how we did that first?
Yeah.
Okay, it'll give you less terms to distribute if you do it that way. Go ahead and try this one on your own. This one's a little tricky, be careful. You guys get a lot of donuts this morning?
Hey, these are Bailey's.
Oh.
She's not here. No, thanks. Shut it on her.
Kind of like election.
Profile. Nice. I forgot about breakfast this morning. I was hungry.
Did you?
Should have went.
Don't peek, just keep working. Compare your answer at the end.
Pardon this quick interruption. We need game day cheerleaders to report to the gym at this time. And once we get down to the assembly in the gymnasium, I know we don't do this too often. 9th graders sit in section 3, 10th in section 2, juniors in section 6, seniors in section 4. We also like staff members to take a seat in the bleachers so you don't get hit with any flying debris. Have a great day.
What kind of debris are going to be?
Is the pie one?
Oh, is it?
I don't know.
Yeah. Royalties.
Who's getting pied?
Mr. Harold.
I heard they're doing it for Aaliyah's birthday. That's what I got. Skylar's giving me a nod. You got that too? You guys good? We're still working. Keep working.
27?
Matthew, how we doing?
Tired.
No, how we doing this problem? I don't care about your well-being.
Just kidding. I was trying to look at the point I realized that's
Okay.
I was trying to see
I
Run this
Yeah, I know. I'm
We have a calculator.
I thought I tried to do something else.
Oh,
it's okay. That's just like.
Is that what's in the
Where's the
Check your work. Make sure you correct it.
first?
Show the homework, please.
It's on
first.
Add the
I
terms
was-
together. You did?
So,
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I did.
I don't know where I messed up.
Check your work, guys. I did it in colors so you can kind of see which process goes where. The purple is the first term getting distributed. The red is the second term getting distributed. And the green is the third term.
no colors.
Questions?
What section was it again?
Huh? What? How'd you do on this?
That was like
Yeah, I'm good.
Mr. Parker.
I got
Ah, what?
Heh? Heh? How'd you guys do? All right. I will be around to help if you have questions.
Yep.
Homework is on the board. Let's get started. We got 4 minutes.